So I got a new client yesterday, a referral from another therapist, and on my intake sheet it says they want to be assessed for ADHD, autism, BPD, and bipolar, as well as a few other things. And I look at the sheet and I'm like, okay, all right. And I noticed that they filled out their packet well ahead of time. Like, it's all printed out and ready. Not only is it filled out in detail, but also there are notes from their other doctors as well in their packet. I have never seen a packet come in this well done, unless somebody was coming in from inpatient. This person was not coming from inpatient. Then they were 17 minutes late for their assessment appointment. Oh, sweet summer child, the assessment has already begun and I haven't even met you yet. And they come in and we're talking and we're chatting. I'm like, oh, tell me about why you think you got the stuff that you think you got. And they start telling me about the stuff. I'm like, okay, we're going to put a pin in that whole assessing for BPD until we get you assessed for ADHD and autism, because you've already got a PTSD diagnosis. And here's the thing is, if you've got undiagnosed autism and undiagnosed ADHD, along with a long trauma history of complex stuff, that's going to present in a lot of different ways. And I want to make sure you get the right diagnosis. So tell me about why you think you got BPD. You said, well, I get real angry about certain things. I'm like, tell me about the certain things. They tell me about the certain things. I'm like, have you heard of this thing called justice sensitivity? Yeah, that's a thing that goes along with autism. Yeah. Could it be that you are getting upset about these things, out of control, angry and upset because you are having problems with emotional regulation, as well as intense black and white, wrong or right thinking? And they kind of look at me and go, yeah. And they're coming to me because their therapist doesn't assess for a lot of the other stuff, because, you have to have special fancy testing equipment and papers and things like that, and certifications, test for those things, which I have. I've also got a wacky fun encyclopedic knowledge of all kinds of different mental disorders and neurodivergencies and all kinds of things like that. So that's why they send them to me, because I'm the fancy boy. So yeah, we're going to get them assessed. We're going to take care of everything, and it's going to be great. And hopefully along the way, they'll learn some things. I already recommended a couple of books to them to check out, as well as a couple of different assessments they can do on their own. And we're going to get it all sussed out. But that's the thing, is therapists who don't do their due diligence, or therapists that are undereducated, often will make the mistake of misdiagnosing certain things for other things, like misdiagnosing BPD when it's actually autism. This isn't to say that somebody with autism can't have BPD, but oftentimes a little bit of psychoeducation, a little bit of self-understanding, a little bit of creating of accommodations and understanding of the self can make a world difference in a person's life pretty much overnight. And I applaud this therapist for referring out for these assessments, because a lot of therapists won't. This therapist knows where their wheelhouse is, and they know where their wheelhouse isn't, and they sent them to someone who needs that help. So good on you.